Hi friends, welcome to Pilates with Tal. In this video, I'm going to take you through a little Pilates yoga fusion that focuses on the legs. So let's get started. Finding a comfortable spot somewhere in the middle of your mat, and then just wiggling from side to side, finding your feet, and then we're going to send the glutes back, arms come into heart center as we squat down, and then arms go back as we stand. So lowering and coming up. Pushing into the heels as we come to standing. And then just making sure that our knees are not swaying from side to side as we lift and lower. So really focusing the movement into the legs, into the glutes, and pushing arms back with energy so we get a little bit of arm work here as well. For 2. Last one. And then we're going to stay down in our squat, and then tiny pulses going down, down, down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, come up a little bit higher, and then we're going to hinge through the hips with a flat back, and then come halfway back up. So lower, 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 and use your core to lift you back up. 8 more. Last 5, 4, 3, core presses back, 2, 1. We're going to stay hinged forward, and then take your right toes, gently hover them off the mat, and then send them back into a lunge. Maybe adjusting your stance so that your feet are on 2 separate train tracks. And then just finding a high lunge to start. So pushing into the left heel, right hamstrings push up towards the ceiling, slight tuck of the pelvis. You can feel a bit of an extra stretch through the front right hip. And arms reach up, feeling strength in the movement. Next, we're gonna lower the hands into heart center as our back knee drops down, and reach up, lift up. Lower and lift. 6 more. Last 3, 2, 1. Stay lowered, hinge forward, and then find your right leg back beside your left. Keeping the hinge, we're going to take the left toes lightly off the mat, then take them back into a lunge, and first just finding a strong high lunge pose. Pushing into the top heel, sending the left hamstring back, slight tuck of the hip, and then maybe you reach up your arms. On our next inhale, we're going to lower the back knee as our hands come into heart center and reach back up. Lower and lift. 8 more. For 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to hinge forward, bring the left leg beside the right, and come up to stand. From here, we're going to find our arms reaching up towards the ceiling again. We're going to bend the left knee as we press our right leg back into a warrior 2, so heels are somewhat in line with one another. Back foot is pivoted forward. And we're going to reach the arms in opposition to one another as the front knee is bent. So first, just finding your strong warrior. Pushing into the front heel, feeling the tension through the front leg, stretching through the side of the back leg. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to come light on the back toes and pivot the back toes so that we can come into a high lunge and then back into a warrior 2. So high lunge to warrior 2 when we're transitioning from side to side. Between these 2 movements, trying to keep our balance, so the core is going to be doing a lot here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pausing in your high lunge, hinging through the front hip. Maybe hands come into heart center as you bring your right leg in to meet your left. Standing up for a second, getting a little shake out through the legs. And then we're gonna find a high lunge again with the left toes back. So reaching up with the arms, bending through the right leg, taking our toes back behind us, high lunge, and then straight into warrior 2. Bending through the front knee, straightening through the back leg, arms reach in opposition to one another, and just finding a strong warrior. So front hip slightly wraps in, back leg is straight and active, and then pivot off the back toes to come into a high lunge, and back into a warrior. Keep going here. We have 8 more. Last 3, 2, and last 1. Bringing your hands into heart center, hinging forward, left leg comes in to meet the right. Standing up slowly, wiggling out through the legs. And then we're gonna send the right leg back again into a warrior 2, but this time we're gonna go straight into a side angle pose. So hinging through the front hip so that we can lower our left elbow down towards our thigh and reach the top arm up. So just getting used to this pose, how it feels in the body. And then whenever you're ready, we're gonna lift off of that thigh as we straighten the front leg and reverse into a reverse triangle. Coming forward, same thing. And now we're transitioning between these 2 movements. So side angle into reverse triangle. And if you want, the next time you bend your front knee, you don't actually have to place your elbow on it. If your core is feeling nice and strong, you can just twist your arms over and then into your reverse triangle. We're here 5, 4, last 3, 2, and 1. And then coming back up to standing, shifting all your weight into your front leg, and then meeting right leg with your left. Right away, we're gonna kick our left leg back into our warrior, bending through the front knee, and straight away, finding our side angle pose. Top arm can be on your side body, or you reach it up. And our right elbow is on our right thigh, but we're not shifting too much weight. We're mostly staying lifted through the core. And whenever you're ready, we'll extend the front leg, come into a reverse triangle, and then rotate. So noticing if your reverse triangle feels any different on this side. Maybe your hand doesn't come as low on the body. Maybe it goes lower. Just playing what feels good in your body. And if you're ready, maybe not dropping the elbow on towards the knee. For 3, 2, last 1, taking a little stretch, and then hinging forward, feet come side to side, coming up to standing for a moment, shaking out the legs. And then just taking a moment to come back to the squats that we started with and noticing if they feel any different. So pushing into heels, pressing into them to stand, and lower back down. 6 more. Last 3, 2, 1. Staying lowered for a moment and then coming all the way back to standing with your hands in heart center, maybe taking a moment to close the eyes and notice how you're feeling. Thanking your body for moving with you. And thank you so much from me, as always, for moving with me. I hope you had a lot of fun.